Hello everyone, my name is Lojan25 and welcome back to another redstone video. So today I have a very special farm for you. So this farm, as you guys can probably guess by the title of this video, is a parrot farm. And it was mainly designed by me and with some little help by Razeworks as well as Kikawet. The main reason for designing this farm is because I quite haven't seen a proper design for a parrot farm yet, so I have decided to make my own. So, in order to build this farm in survival, you would have to remove few layers of bedrock at the very bottom of the world. So you would be left with one solid layer of bedrock where you can then build this farm. And then you can fit 5 spawning places, which will all still be in the first subchunk of the world, which makes the farm more efficient. Over here we have 4 compatible modules, which can be built as a single module and function still as a farm, or you can stack them together like I have done here, where we have 4 of those modules and they function as one farm in total. That makes the farm more efficient. The reason of parrot farm being so complicated is because the parrots have quite unique behavior. So they are able to follow chickens, and not exactly why they made this in a game, but in the center here we have chickens and they are all name tagged, so they are removed from the mob cap and we still have the entire mob cap left for passive mobs, in this case parrots, to spawn. So a parrot can choose whatever layer they want and they will just spawn in. And once they spawn in, they will start following the chicken in the middle, which corresponds to their layer, and once they do that they will step into this water stream and they will try to swim up because they will need to get some air, right? So they will just start swimming up and they will see another chicken here and they will start following this one, swim up, follow this one, and so on until they go to the very top layer. On the top layer we have some portals. These will remove the parrots from this overworld dimension and move them into the Nether dimension. The main reason for that is to free up the mob cap and make more spawning places for new parrots to spawn. And the way we have this set up is quite simple. Over here we have just some water streams that will carry the parrot away from this edge, and then we have some water streams over here that will push the parrot into the portal. The spawning places themselves are nothing special. I have just used jungle logs because they look quite nice, and the reason for them being upwards is just because of aesthetics. And it makes the building process a bit harder. In the corners here we have some sea lanterns. These just prevent hostile mobs from spawning and makes this farm not a hostile mob farm, basically. In the middle over here we can see some cactuses as well as some hoppers. These are just to prevent some pigmen from spawning in those portals, and then they would just walk into this cactus and get killed by it, and the hoppers would just collect the loot. And if you just place a block here, you will get a cactus farm as well. So this farm can farm three things at once. So now to demonstrate you, I will spawn in a few parrots over here and let's see what happens with them. So as you guys can see, they all start following that chicken in the middle, and they will eventually get teleported to the Nether dimension. Now the reason for this farm to be in a shape of a donut, it's quite simple. The parrot's logic is quite weird, but basically if a parrot would spawn outside here, he would not follow the chicken in the middle, but he would just stay there. And once he gets into this layer where the water, into this area where the water is, he will stop following the chickens anyway, and that makes it easier for them to travel upwards. So this is the ideal shape of this farm. Now let's go to the Nether side where we will see where the chickens end up. So we could go over from these portals over here, but that would take us directly into the farm. And so I suggest that we take this portal, which will get us just near the farm. So it will probably get laggy because I have been AFK for some minutes now, and yeah, we'll see how many parrots we'll have on the other side. So now you can see that the parrots are over here, we have also activated the pusher system, which will push them towards this chicken, and they will also start following this chicken, but the pistons will just help them reach their destination. So now we can choose to kill them, which will push the magma block into this chamber over here, and the parrots will just walk on it and start taking damage. Then we have 2 hopper minecarts over here, which will collect the loot and transport it over into this double chest. Or we can choose to keep them, which will replace that magma block with a solid block, and the parrots could just stay there and you could, I don't know, take them out and do whatever you want to do with them. So that's basically it. It's really quite simple. I know that this nether site is not the best one in existence, but it does the work just fine. And if you would like to collect that cactus over there, you could just put some hopper minecarts underneath and that would do the job. In this current configuration, the farm produces roughly around 1000 parrots per hour, which is quite a lot. You better find a good use for them if you would like to build all 3 or 4 modules in your world. But basically that is all I had time for today. So if you would like to build this farm for yourself, there will be a world download available in description, so you can download this world and start building. But thank you guys for watching. This has been LordJohn25 and I will see you next time.